Boxing fans here with Spence Oliver. Spence, we're here in not very sunny Coventry today for another show. How are you? How's things?
Do you know what? I'm really good, mate. Really good. Just got back off a holiday, feeling fresh, ready to go. Looking forward to this show on Saturday night, by the way. I love this platform. You know, it's giving these kids an opportunity, people that, wouldn't normally get slots on TV, getting those slots. That's all coming from the Boxer Series. We've got a couple of winners from the Boxer Series, Corey Gibbs and Dylan Chima. Now they're boxing on the undercard here of Sam Eggington. And yeah, really looking forward to it. Boxing's back in a big way, by the way, in the Midlands. Really is.
Where did you go? You're looking very tanned. Where did you end up?
I ended up in Ibiza. I rolled back the years in Ibiza. I went with my missus and my daughter, and rolled back the years, man. Yeah.
You look like you're glowing. But let's talk about this fight. I want to talk about, this card. I want to talk about one fighter that Sky are promoting quite heavily, and rightfully so with the talents that he's showing so far, is Adam Azim.
Yeah.
So far, or what you've seen from him in his professional career, which hasn't been a long time.
Yeah.
Well, what do you make of the kid?
Yeah, he's got star quality. Look, he's having his fifth fight and he's stepped up in a 10-rounder IBF international title. Shows you the confidence that the team have got in him. And yeah, I think he's a star in the making. I think Adam Smith was right in what he said earlier on. Once in a while, you get a kid that comes along that's special, and I think that could be Adam. I think that Shane McGuigan's done a great job with him. He talks so highly of him. There's a lot of belief that he's going to go all the way to the top, and I truly believe that. Looking at his last performance, which was meant to be a tough fight as well, and he went out there and he just dismantled the guy. He's got great shot selection, he's got great speed, he's got great power. So yeah, he seems to tickle the boxes.
He's saying that he's probably got the fastest hands in the UK. Do you believe that? Yeah,
he's certainly up there. It's not just the speed of his punch, but it's the timing and the accuracy. That creates speed. So he's got it all. He's the kid that hasn't done anything wrong so far. We'll see as he steps up, and he is going to, as they're developing him, he's going to get in those fights where he's going to have to bite down on his gum shield. There's questions that we haven't been asked of him yet, but he's still at his very early stages. But from what we've seen, I think, he's an exceptional talent.
When you get a fighter like that, how do you why the broadcasters and promoters want to sort of push him on, get him into the big fights as soon as possible, make a bit of money? How does the fighter and the fighter team sort of rein that in and make sure he's going through his professional career, progressively? Yeah, look, it's the development stages. When you get a special talent, see, he's very fortunate that he's got a good team behind him, a good management team behind him, and he's also got the platform with Sky Sports. They recognise that he's good. No need to rush. He's still young. No need to rush these kids, because otherwise, things come undone. You've still got to learn the trade. Like I say, he's got to be in those fights where he's got to ask questions of himself. He's got to dig deep. At the moment, he's doing nothing wrong, but he will become a time when he steps up and he hits a guy and the guy stands there and the guy comes back at him. Then we'll find out the other side of it and what he's all about there. But from what Shane tells me, what he does in the gym and the way that he handles himself in the gym, I think he'll be able to come through that stage as well. So yeah, look, no need to rush him. Just take the time. When you've got a talent, let's enjoy it and let's just watch his career unfold. When it comes to the Sky Sports Boxer stable that they've got currently, who excites you the most?
Wow, there's so many of them. Do you know, I think what I like about the Sky Sports boxing stable at the moment, they've got some great signings. They signed Joseph Parker. They've got big names in there. But what I like about the boxer stable is that they are working with the next generation. They're bringing the young kids through. Like Dylan Chima, who won the last Boxer Series, 2-0 going in. I'd never heard of him. I looked at him, saw that he had a kickboxer background, etc. But I looked at him and thought, you know what? I'm not sure he's going to be cut for this. I don't think he's going to win this. I didn't pick him to win that at all. But that's what I'm saying. It gives you that opportunity, and Boxer are giving these fighters that opportunity to go. They're giving them a platform, so they're getting discovered, and that's really good. And that's what I'm loving about Boxer, that they've got a vision where they go, we don't have to just sign world champions. We can look at grassroots, look at the next generation. They're in for the long game, and I think that's what excites me really about it. There's no real one standout. I like the idea of all these kids getting an opportunity, and we're finding these young fighters, all the time.
Do you want to move away from this card and just talk about boxing in general with yourself, as you do, Spence? I hear you everywhere. You're on podcasts, you're on TalkSport, you're doing your thing anyway. But let's talk about some boxing. Obviously, the biggest headline of the last week has been Anthony Joshua signing with DAZN. Fight has been announced in Jeddah for August the 6th, August 20th, sorry, August 6th, August 20th. Talk to me about that, man. First of all, do you feel like, and you're an ex-fighter in this, him moving over to DAZN has to be a choice that he had to make solely for himself, more money, whatever it might be?
Yeah, I think that DAZN just offered him the money. I'm coming, bro. Coming. DAZN offered him the money and he took it. You know, I was surprised at it, if I'm honest. I thought we was going to see Joshua. I think they were very close to signing with Sky Sports. I thought we was going to see him on that platform, but he's decided to go and do what he's got to do. You know, the fight itself, it's a tough one. It's a real tough one. You know, my heart's with Anthony Joshua. I want Anthony Joshua to win the fight. Of course I do. But that is a tough fight. Oleksandr Usyk has now developed into a fully fledged heavyweight as well. So, yeah, I'm hoping that Joshua tactically gets it right, but it is a tough fight. And yeah, I was surprised to see him go on his own, if I'm honest.
Do you feel like the addition of Robert Garcia, who's, you know, been around for a long time, former world champion himself, is a good addition to that team? Yeah,
I think that what it is with AJ is he needs that confidence. You know, he needed a change. He recognises what he's got to do. You gate crashing He's great casting my interview. Yeah, he recognises what he's got to do. He knows what he's got to do. He knows that he has to rediscover that rawness that took him to the world heavyweight title. You know, he knows he's got to rediscover that. Last time, tactically, he got it completely wrong. He's put Robert Garcia in to, you know, change a few things up. And I think that you'll see a new revived Anthony Joshua. And I think you will see a guy that decides to roll the dice and go for it early. But in doing that, that makes him vulnerable as well, because we know that Usyk can hurt him. He hurt him a few times in the last fight. So it's a high risk, man, but it's a fight that Anthony Joshua had to go back into, if I'm honest.
Obviously with AJ, he doesn't need to build that name. He's done that, build the brand, build the name, looking out for himself. But if he does beat Usyk, even if he doesn't beat Usyk, let me get that right, if he doesn't beat Usyk, that Tyson Fury fight is still the fight that us guys, British public, even the boxing public in the world would still want to see, right?
Absolutely, everyone would want to see it, but then I think that if he doesn't beat Oleksandr Usyk, it doesn't have the same. I'm not sure that would tempt Fury, out of retirement. I think that it's a fight that if Anthony Joshua wins, we'll see Fury come out, man, because that is a huge fight then. Anthony Joshua becomes a 3-time heavyweight champion against the lineal champ, you know, the one that many regard as the #1 heavyweight of modern times. So, yeah, I think it's a must-win fight for Joshua. I think that the value in that fight is not there if Joshua loses. I think then all eyes would be on Fury versus Usyk. That would probably be the fight that would likely to happen. So we need AJ to win this one. Do I think he can win it? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And that's not just my heart speaking there. I truly believe that tactically, if he gets it right, he can win. But it's a tough night. I can see, you know, I've been over and over in my head, and there's many ways that I can see Oleksandr Usyk winning this one. Just saying, I don't know if it's my heart speaking or what, but I think it's a fight that he can win.